It has been a minute since I've made a video creating art using washi tape, and since my last video, I've actually made my own washi tape with my own designs. Look at these guys. We've got adorable cat cacti, which have been quite a theme on this channel. We of course got ants on a picnic. I love this one. Space with sparkly stars. You can't go wrong. And just a variety of designs. Look at these cuties. Just look at them. All available at kaseygolden.com. So I thought I'd put these guys in a bag, draw from random, and see which ones we are going to create art with. So, all right, let's see. Our first one is going to be, of course, ants. It has been a minute since I've created ant art on this channel, so I was pretty excited to draw some ants again and even draw them bigger. Because I draw them so small, I feel like it's hard to make them super duper cute. And oh my goodness, this bee. Just look at this bee. He's adorable. He's just so round and I love him. To keep to the theme of this ant picnic washi tape, I drew them hanging out on a piece of toast or bread that has jam on it. You know, they're just hanging out, doing what bugs do, being adorable. And my approach to these illustrations was actually to just make them black and white. I did think about adding one complementary color, just one color into this illustration that just added a little something, a little bit of extra fun color funness. But as I inked the illustration, I realized that the washi tape is of course going to be the accent to this illustration, and it's what's going to add all of the color to these illustrations. So I wanted to keep the illustrations black and white, add some depth and shading and different tones by adding hatching, which is something I don't normally do. And you know what? I love black and white illustrations, and I feel like we don't need to wait until October for Inktober to make black and white illustrations. You can make black and white illustrations with the ink anytime you want. And you know what? I absolutely love this hatching technique that I've developed because of Inktober, and it's not something that I ever use, like I said, outside of Inktober. So I think it's really fun to revisit black and white illustrations and this hatching technique that I love so much, but never use unless it's time for Inktober. Why? Let's do it now. So like I said, I did think about doing watercolor illustrations or just adding color or something, but I wanted to focus on black and white illustrations, let the washi tape be the accent, let the washi tape speak for itself. So for this piece, I just put a circle behind the characters and filled it in with the washi tape. So we have our very ant picnic themed illustration. And I just love this washi tape. It's very colorful. It's got blue and white stripes. I love it. And of course, it's got ants. Okay, so I'll admit it, it's all because of Skillshare's influence that I was so inspired to work with black and white illustration. That's right, the sponsor of this video is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators just like you and I. Brush up on your illustration, maybe try out some painting, and who knows, even try out some baking. This time I used Ira Mark's ink illustrations, bold lines, and fearless style to brush up on my inking mid-July. That's right, we're inking not in October. There's just something so charming about black and white illustrations and the different techniques you can use with inking, the different inspirations you could take from different artists. And honestly, Ira is just kind of a character. Fun classes, love them. And the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare so you can start exploring your creativity today. That's right, today, folks. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Let's continue with this washi art. Okay, our second washi tape creation is going to be, using our sparkly, shiny space pattern. This is definitely not only one of my favorite washi tape designs of mine, but also this illustration turned out so fun. I mean, it's no mystery that I love drawing space illustrations. I do them quite often, but this one, just adding that washi tape in the background with the black and white illustration, it's great. Just watch. So as usual, I took inspiration from this washi tape design. We have our space cadet cat and its spaceship landing on the moon. We've got some craters. We've got some clouds. That's right, space clouds. Don't question it. I thought the white clouds would look really nice contrasting on top of the dark background. I love drawing clouds. I'm not even going to question it. You shouldn't question it. I mean, for all we know, there's a moon or a planet somewhere out there where there's clouds around it and visible asteroids very close to them. This was a really fun one just because I felt like I really pushed a lot of the hatching to create different grays and darknesses and lightnesses. I just think the cat turned out super cute and I was super excited to put that space in the background, even though I was a little intimidated by the amount of details I was going to have to cut around. I knew it would be worth it because it was just so adorable. Speaking of cut around, that reminds me that I always get a lot of questions about these illustrations on how I cut just the washi tape and not the paper. It's pretty simple. Don't. I'm not pushing down hard enough to cut through the paper. I'm just pushing down hard enough to cut through the washi tape. Plus, it takes a lot of pressure to actually cut through paper, especially thicker paper. This is a mixed media paper. It's not the thickest, but it takes a lot of pushing to actually cut through the paper, especially compared to washi tape, because washi tape generally is pretty dang thin. As you can see through it for the most part. So it's easy. Just don't press down super hard and you'll just cut the washi tape and not the paper. I guess I should also mention that I am using a little light box to make it easier to cut the washi tape so that I can see my pencil guides through the washi tape. I can see them a little bit without using the light box, but it just made things so much easier. It's a little awkward for you guys to see because it's so bright, but cutting it was a lot easier. And there it is, our super adorable alien infested space scene. I love it. For our third washi tape creation, we are going to be using, I love this one, the colorful silly shapes. Even though it's not as popular as the others, this colorful shape expression washi tape is definitely one of my favorites. It's a subject I often go back to. If you've seen my tote bag Posca pen painting video, or probably literally any video where I'm just kind of playing around with colors and stuff, I love doing these silly faced overlapping shape characters. They're just colorful, they're expressive, they're simple yet fun and bold. I love them. Definitely one of my favorite tapes. And the inspiration for this one, weirdly, I thought about a magician, or rather a wizard. I think of these little shapes and I think of them coming out of a wand or something, and I thought it would be really silly to base this simple wizard design on the triangle, circle, and square shapes. It's not super obvious, but it is simple and fun, so I do like it. Gave him a wand, which kind of just looked like a long, skinny finger, and then threw in our shapes here and there hanging out with him. These are his little friends, and a cloud of the washi tape design coming out of his wand as if it were magic. This one is definitely on the simple side, definitely not as fun and playful as the other designs. Well, as far as the illustration goes, I love this washi tape. I think though my favorite is just the shapes and their faces. They're just so simple yet bold and fun, and I love them. And what more could you want? Look at that square, look at his eyes. He's just so cute. I love that little guy. For our fourth design, we're going to be using, our haunted stripe design. This is definitely one of my most popular designs of washi tape. I mean, just look at it. We have adorable ghosts We have stripes. They're going in and out of the stripes. Designing this washi tape was also just so much fun for me. Not only designing these silly faced ghosts, the chunky ones, the silly ones, the cat one, but also designing them to interact with the stripes. Just having a simple striped washi tape is cute enough, but when you add ghosts interacting with those stripes, I just think it's so much fun. So obviously my inspiration for this washi tape was going to be something a little spooky. I was thinking either a witch, a ghost, or a skeleton, or why not? We have a witch ghost-haired skeleton. This is such a simple character design, but I just think it's so cute. That hair, it's so big. That skeleton, so gangly, so simple. And she has a little ghost friend and a big ghost friend. We have a little ghost friend on the big black witch hat and a bigger ghost friend, which her hand is going through, which is super fun. I love playing around with transparencies, especially when it comes to the hatching of these illustrations. Adding all of those dotted lines and the fading is just so much fun. Even the hatching on the witch character, just showing that the hair goes behind the skeleton really helps the skeleton pop, shows that the hair has a little bit of dimension. I love it. And not only the way that the pattern just perfectly lines up with those stripes. I mean, holy heck, could this washi tape pattern any better than it does? It is perfection. But also the way that I did the background of the sort of cloudy cutout, really, I love it. It really kind of just looks like our characters are in front of a cloud and behind the cloud is a bunch of ghosts, and it's just so cute. And this is definitely my favorite one. Saving the best for last, of course. And that's gonna be it for our washi tape art. Once again, thank you so much to the sponsor of this video, Skillshare. Make sure to click the link in the description if you want to get your 30% off. And of course, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you want this washi tape, go to KaseyGolden.com. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.